We're talking Crestwood baseball here on the Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service, and we're with head coach Tony Kalady. And Tony, let's talk a little bit about this year's outlook.
Well, the outlook is very positive this year. We have a lot of seniors coming back, and we finished strong last year, and this group is pretty good, so I'm looking forward to it.
Coach Rodzanek said, hey, Crestwood should be pretty good this year, so he's already thinking you guys have some talent. Talk about whether it's pitching or speed or the bats. What are the positives you think?
Well, we have quite a few arms. We're strong defensively, and we do have bats. So I mean, we have a little bit of everything. And again, that senior experience it's a big deal.
Take us through the pitching this year, because Coach Rodzanek said, hey, we're confident we're working on some arms. Right. We know Valley West has a couple of horses on the mound for them. Hazleton has a lot of talent this year. It's going to take a lot of those, make-up games and back-to-back games that you'll need as many as you can get.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that works to our advantage. Obviously, like you said, Hazleton has 3 arms up there that are really, really good. And, again, Valley West is always strong. And what we're hoping for is, again, we get into a situation where we have Colin Mackel coming off the mound, Cory Chalk, Connor Kaminsky, Brandon Brozina, and some of the younger guys we have. We feel pretty good about our chances.
Talk about the weather. Can't control it. The Valley kids might get a little bit more reps than some of the mountain kids, but if you have some turf, that also helps. So you've been able to get out on the turf at all?
Yeah, we were out there last night, and it was pretty cold. I'm not going to lie to you, but weather is something that you have to deal with year in and year out. We'll be back out there again today on the turf, and we're hoping next week will be our first game. We're confident we can get out. So it's been a rough start, but it is every year. I think it's a little bit better than last year, actually. The 30 inches of snow we received, last year was really, really tough. So I'm looking forward to staying outside in warm temperatures.
How about when the guys are inside so long and you got to try to keep things fresh, lighten things up? There's all kind of tricks as coaches you have to do.
Yeah, obviously, keeping their attention is something that you work on every day. And typically what we do is we do have a routine that we go through every day, and then after that we may play a little bit of indoor baseball with the softer balls and simulated games and such. So that keeps them. They like that stuff. Little rundown games we do and stuff. So yeah, something that we work on quite a bit.
Take us through your coaching staff and how they try to complement what you're doing there at Crestwood.
As far as our coaches go, I have a great group of coaches. I often say I feel like we're one of the hardest working staffs. We pretty much go all year round with different kids at different levels. Coach Barata, he's our junior varsity coach. He is really good with defense, a lot that he learned down at Kutztown. And obviously other coaches that have assistants, Coach Talarowski, Coach Darden, Coach Mackel. They put in a ton of time on what we do, and I work with the pitchers a lot, and Coach Talarowski, Coach Darden, they work with the hitters, and our staff is we're very tight knit, and we have Coach Monfiletto too, Monty, who is our inspirational guy, and he does a lot of work with us too. So.
Tony, great to hear about your team this year. I know you're really excited about the season as well as your young men there for the Comets. Go get them.
Thank you.
Matt Talarowski with us here on the Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service. And Matt, let's talk about this season for you. What are you expecting out of yourself?
I expect the team to do really good. We fell short last year in the district championship, but I hope this year's the year that our team prevails finally.
You play center field this year. Take us through some of the other outfielders competing for spots for the Comets.
We have Brandon Brozina, who's in right field. He's pretty fast, has a good arm. We have Wyatt Kindler, pretty tall kid, also has a good arm. And we also have Dean Ambosi. He just came from Holy Redeemer. He also has a pretty good arm, pretty fast. So I hope that with those kids that we stop every ball out there and catch every ball.
National Honor Society, a heck of a student, 3.9. Talk about your dedication there in the classroom.
Yeah, I just believe school comes first before baseball, and I get home every day after school, do my homework, make sure that's the first thing done, and then baseball and anything after that is next.
Not many people, I think, will ever say, hey, I like calculus and biology and chemistry. But I guess when you're pretty bright like yourself, those are 3 subjects you excel in.
Yeah, the teachers at Crestwood are just really good. They always want the students to succeed, and that's one of the reasons why I like calculus. I'm more of a math and science guy also. I mean, like, those classes just interest me and stuff, and I usually excel in that.
Pharmacy at Wilkes is down the road for you?
Yes, I plan to major in pharmacy, the 6-year program, and my parents are actually pharmacists too, so that's one of the reasons why.
Awesome. Let's talk about your folks. And obviously you see them working hard and being dedicated. And what have they told you about the pharmacy field?
It's definitely a tough program. Only a certain amount of people get in, but you're helping people out with medications and stuff, so that's always good.
As far as you have a sister who's younger, Jill. What's she up to right now?
She's actually playing lacrosse right now. She's a triathlete. She plays basketball, field hockey, and lacrosse. So it's good to have another athlete in the family competing.
Valley West, a great rival. What is it about the Spartans you like going against?
It's always a good matchup playing against them. The last 2 years, really close games. This semifinal last game was a really close game. So again, this year I'm looking forward to be playing them and hopefully beating them.
All right, Matt, we wish you the best. Appreciate your time.
All right, thank you.
Cory Chalk with us from Crestwood here on the John Mendola Show. And Cory, let's talk about your contributions this year for the Comets. What positions will you be playing?
I'll be playing third base. I'll be pitching a lot, maybe playing first base.
Talk about your love of the game, when it started, and how you keep going with it, and finally your senior year.
Well, I started off with T-ball, and then I worked my way up through Little League. Coach Clady was always there, and now it's my senior year. It flew by pretty fast.
Play some basketball as well. You're in the Chem Club. Talk about just being involved with some different things at Crestwood and feeling like you're part of your community.
Well, the Chem Club, I'm doing that to help me with college. Want to be a doctor one day, so.
It's awesome to hear. Let's talk about your brother. He's a little bit younger, and tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, he's 14 years old. He goes to Crestwood. He's a freshman. He's playing track and field this year.
Good for him. How about biology? You mentioned a little bit about the Chem Club, so obviously biology, one of your favorite subjects. Talk about a couple of teachers maybe have influenced you along the way, or is it just the whole science field you've really been kind of honing in on?
I like the whole science field because I'm here for college, so I need biology and chemistry. Mr. Rudrowski helped me a lot, and Miss Hoyt as well.
And carrying a 3.8. And let's talk about the goal, a pediatrician down the road. Where did that come from?
I'm not sure, but my doctor always wanted me to be one, so I always wanted to be one as well.
So you're just kind of fascinated by your doctor?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Let's talk about your mom and dad and how they've set some different things for you to make you the person you are, and so you could achieve these goals and be a good, well-rounded young man, a good student, and a good athlete.
Yeah, my parents always influenced me. My dad helped me with baseball and always wanted me to become a better person. He wanted me to go to college and become whatever I wanted to be. I wanted to make something great of myself one day.
What do you like about this team this year at Crestwood? What do you think you guys have that will win a bunch of games for you?
We have a lot of pitching. We have a lot of pitchers. That's going to help us when we have like 3 games a week. And then our fielding is just phenomenal. We have Brett Clady at shortstop, and then we have Justin that will be playing second, Justin Darden. And then our outfield is just phenomenal.
How about your pitching performance yourself? What do you bring to the table as a pitcher?
I'm not going to say that, Don't let the other teams know.
You have some heat?
Don't know.
The mystery. I love it. All right, Cory Chalk will be out there on the mound for the Crestwood Comets, and guess we'll have to figure out what you're all about. Good luck.
Thank you.
Brett Clady with us here on the John Mendola Show from the Crestwood Comets. He is a senior. He's a shortstop. So, Brett, what is it about this infield this year at Crestwood do you think will be going pretty well for you guys?
Well, we're all really good at defense, and that's what we take pride in. So, we're out there working every day doing defense and making ourselves better every day. And we have a lot of guys competing for spots right now in the infield. So So it's going to see how I want to see how this plays out, and it's going to be pretty interesting.
Take us around the horn of guys competing at each spot.
Well, we have Cory Chalk, who's competing for third base and first base because he can do both, and he's a really good hitter, so he'll fit somewhere in there. Then we have Chase Reinheimer, who's a junior, competing for first base, along with Don Shaw, who's a sophomore. And then we have Nick Taranzi, we're competing with second base with Chris Veraccio and Justin Darden, but we don't know if Justin's going to be catching or playing second base this year. And then we have me at shortstop, who's competing with Austin Anthony, another senior, and Brad Papora, a sophomore. And then at third base, we have my cousin Stu Kalady and Derek Petrachko competing with Cory.
It's a lot of good competition, right?
Yeah.
I know we're talking a lot about pitching this year. Let's talk about the important position, the catcher this year. Who's going to hone down that position?
I'm hoping Justin Darden, because I've seen him my whole life, and he's really decent at that position. But if he doesn't, he goes to second base, and it's either going to be Caden Rositsky, another senior, or Mike Jarosky, a sophomore that's coming up.
Well, you got more guys that could do the job, which is interesting. You're a National Honor Society guy, carrying a 4.0. Talk about being a dedicated student.
My dad has always made me care about school more than any sport or anything outside, because school gets me the farthest in life. So I really want to be a physical therapist, and to get into the program I had to keep a really good GPA, and Honor Society is just something that comes along with being smart and studying and doing everything I have to.
Let's talk about your track down the road here for college. What are you thinking of doing?
I'm going to go to Misericordia next year, and for 6.5 years, I'm going to be in the physical therapy program, and I'm also going to play baseball for them.
Well, two great things there. The physical therapy program is outstanding, and Coach Pete Egbert has a pretty darn good program at Misericordia University. Let's talk about some of those role models. You have an older brother, and of course you look up to your dad. So tell us a little bit about your brother Anthony and your dad, and why you look up to both of them.
My brother I've been with him my whole life until about 4 years ago when he went off to college, and he's just actually a senior at Scranton University, and he's the pitcher for Scranton. So he's been playing his whole life, and I've watched him play through Little League, and when I was in the minors he was in Little League, and when I was in Little League he was in high school. And he's really influenced me, and I take my style off him greatly with my footwork and my hands. And my dad has coached me my whole life, and it's really helped me. He's a great influence, and he's just hard on me all the time to make me better, and they both make me practice all the time, and they practice with me, so it really helps me in that way.
Do you think you have a little coaching in you in the future?
I hope so. I'd love to do this. If I have kids one day, I'd love to coach them, or even just anyone. I'd love to coach, and I just love the sport. So.
All right, Brett, well, keep up the positive work as a well-balanced student-athlete at Crestwood, and good luck at Misericordia University.
Thank you.
Justin Darden from the Crestwood baseball team here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service. And Justin, let's talk a little bit about your role on the team this year. What's Coach expect of you?
This year I'll probably be catching and doing a little infield too. Been playing on this team since I was a sophomore, so really hoping to go further than we ever have this year.
Math club president. You're a member for 4 years, so you're really acing that. National Honor Society. Talk about your dedication as a student with that 3.9.
Yeah, I felt like it was necessary for going to college and trying to play baseball in college. I was just adding to my resume to help me get on some teams, and I believe that it helped me get into college and do that.
Of course, you got an older brother. Tell us a little bit about Matt.
Yeah, he's 20 years old. He graduated from Crestwood in 2015. He's up at Pitt now. He plays for their club baseball team, actually.
Good for him. Engineering, something that you enjoy. Talk about, you have an engineering 101 class?
Yeah, in high school. Not a lot of high schools have that. We get to go down to Penn State, Hazleton, and we get taught by some of the professors down there for engineering a few times a week. It's pretty nice. I like it.
Shippensburg University is the next stop for you. Tell us why Shippensburg and what you're going to do there.
Just like the coaches down there playing baseball. I really liked it, the whole atmosphere, the small campus, the small class sizes. I had my major, so that was really appealing to me. And yeah, I'm going down there to major in management information systems. I might do a double major with either supply chain management or another business degree. I haven't decided that yet.
Tell us what a management information system guy does.
It's it's a combination of a software engineer and a business manager, something along those lines.
Sounds like you got to be pretty smart to do that.
I guess so.
Well, Justin, as far as this year's team, Talk about some bats this year on your team, some guys that you think will be able to rip it.
In the top of the lineup, we got Brett Kalady and Colin Mackel, and then middle of the lineup guys, Brandon Brzezina, Cory Chalk. Those guys are going to really help us this year. A lot of seniors that are going to start stepping up.
And your folks, let's talk about them being a big influence on you. You mentioned your brother a little bit, so tell us why.
Yeah, my mom and dad especially, they've been driving me to games all summer, all spring and fall. They've really just been really supportive through all my baseball career and really everything else I do in life.
Well, Justin, good luck with the future endeavors. You got a great plan, and hope you execute it on the baseball field this year for Crestwood.
Thank you.
Colin Mackel with us. He is a senior at the Crestwood baseball team here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service, and it's your senior year. So what are you expecting out of yourself this year?
We got a lot of big expectations, not only for just me, but the whole team. We're looking to get back to the district title game and, you know, get a little revenge there and win that, and then just go from there. I mean, we're looking to win this season. So,
how hungry do you think the whole team has been since last season? That little bitter taste. And again,
absolutely.
You guys had a great year, but you know, obviously, you like to take that next step.
Yeah, absolutely. Sophomore year, we fell short just before the district title game. And then last year, obviously, we fell short in the district title game. So this year, I mean, we got a lot of seniors, so we've all been there. So we're really hungry.
Multi-positions for you. Talk about being a utility kind of guy for your coach, and that's going to help him a lot. And
yeah, absolutely. I'm just trying to play anywhere that I could play and just help my team out on the field. So I'm just trying to play anywhere for him and for the team.
You got an older sister, Abby. What's she up to right now?
She goes to the University of Scranton. Studies medical, some kind of medical there. So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Anything medical
yeah.
is usually pretty darn good. You're a biology kind of guy.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the class, but probably major in some kind of business in college and stuff like that. So
obviously, you're doing well enough in the classroom to take the next step and go to college and play some baseball in a pretty good school, UNC Asheville. Tell us about how you stumbled upon that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Last summer, I was playing travel ball, and I was getting recruited by a lot of teams. And I went down to UNC Asheville, and really liked it down there. And I got an offer, and I ended up taking it. And yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Talk about being down there as far as
it's just an awesome atmosphere. It's like a nice growing city, and it's a good baseball team. They're up and coming, and it's just a great time to be down there. So I'm really excited about it.
Weather will cooperate a little more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be able to play now.
Let's talk about your family and how you look up to them, what they've done for you to set a great foundation for you.
They've just been so supportive of me, and everything that I do, that they support me, and whether it's just taking me to and from the game or everything, like they're always there for me and always helping me along the way.
Colin, we wish you the best of luck. Have a great season this year at Crestwood.
Thank you.